Hey, Donald Trump got himself into this New York Muslim mosque center controversy with the 911 ground zero, and it looks as if he's just like the pastor guy. Here's a time to come out and push his "you're fired" show or whatever. Um, he's talking about how he'll buy, how he's so altruistic, he'll buy the building and give the guy 25% just to get this thing off or whatever. Isn't that the easier way out? What about if we all somehow, some way, find a way that we could bring back people to a time in the past where people can be very rational, people wouldn't be as fearful as they are. I mean, the scripture says it, that in the last times people's hearts would be failing them for fear. I mean, the Bush administration found out that this fear thing works. And I personally don't even care. They could even build right where I live. I mean, they got nothing to do with me. I just go about trying to avoid getting locked up or killed, whatever, and just go about my business. But the guy who owns the building, Trump, is saying that he thinks that he got a deal, paid 4 mil for it, and he's going to get 20 or whatever, and so on and so forth. And it's not that he really wants to build a mosque. He's just looking for controversy to escalate the price, and then he's going to sell it and so on. But he's willing to buy this place, and then he could go a couple blocks down and build it. But even here in California, folks don't want mosques in their area. So I mean, I don't know if that's going to even solve the problem. But of course, smart Trump basically comes out with this is the solution. And I remember Trump had some financial problems. I can't remember if it was an economic thing, general problems, or whether he, without thinking, went and did some bad investments and got busted. But being a big white boy, and friends don't want to see this white boy, big developer, go through. They helped him out, and he came out of the crisis. But I don't think he convinces me that he's all this smart and know what he's doing, etc. So that, why not come around and see if we could start grooming the new generation to come on to be broad-minded and to, as a matter of fact, this New York, this 911 thing, I don't want to get involved in that, man. I sat down, I was doing a doctorate, and I watching the TV, I'm a computer going, I'm on the internet, I'm typing paper, I have a tape recorder running, and I saw this thing, it's like, I'm saying, what? So I never got into no frenzy and would like to go and catch Bin Laden, all this stupidness. It's like, man, look, I think it should have never happened, and that's the end of that. I'm not gonna get whipped up and jump around and hurt myself with hating and all this crazy stuff. A lot of people have died, a lot of businesses have closed up. It cost us 3 trillion, and it comes back to we need to bring back honesty in life, and people, in spite of whatever happened, just be, look, I've gone through so many problems since I came to America, and it seems as though whoever's giving me the problems understand people here. When you give them a certain pressure, you catch them and then you hurt them. So they're probably trying that with me, but I ignore all the problems, man. I'm not gonna let nobody cajole me into or carol me into no great cul-de-sac and bust my head. It's like, I'm gonna be calm. I'm gonna be looking at all my options and the alternatives, and I can just keep going. I got to survive. So, in conclusion, beyond and above all this controversy here, we need to get back to a different path to celebritydom. You have a good education, you have some good ideas. You're not going to be trying to prostitute the First Amendment by saying any stupid stuff or doing any crazy stuff. But as I said originally, the First Amendment is you have an opportunity to speak truth and to do things that are uplifting and upbuilding. Because if we go back to the Middle Ages, if freedom of speech meant that I could go and violate somebody's rights, well, then there was no need for the First Amendment, because this is what was happening. One powerful group was doing things to others that they probably could have said, well, this is our rights. In fact, it was only the king and the church and others had power, and they were doing stuff, had rights, and they were doing things. So this First Amendment came in to give people who don't have a voice or who are maligned, but they have a very good idea. Like, for example, me, I came up with a way that we could solve the pollution problem, carbon sequestration thing. And guess what? People who are powerful try to run me off, try to kill me, try to give me a bunch of horrors, and then they take it out. They're trying to make billions off of it. Another idea I had, they took it and they're taking my ideas and going down the road. But I'm not going to give up, and I'm not going to let them kill me, because what? We don't have a lot more on this side of the earth, and they're going to make all the money, and then they discover they have to throw it in the street according to the Bible. So, Trump, let us all be honest. Let us, as I said, try to help folks to come back to a time in the past, perhaps back to when the First Amendment was created, when people were moral, very godly, were very concerned about the neighbors, etc.